بسم الله. هنبدأ ريفيجن لبيبر 2 بالفاكتورايز. لما تلاقي كلمة فاكتورايز دايما أول حاجة تفكر فيها في كومن فاكتور ولا لأ. لو في كومن فاكتور تيك ات. لو مفيش كومن فاكتور عندك بقى يا إما 2 تيرم يا إما 3 تيرم يا إما 4 تيرم. لو 2 تيرم الوحيد اللي تقدر تعمله فاكتورايزابل difference between two square. لو 3 تيرم trinomial وممكن calculator you can use calculator to find factors. لو 4 terms grouping تاخدهم 2 و2. تعال نجرب اللي احنا قلناه ده في نمبر 1. 15k squared m minus 20m bar 4. لو طبقنا الرول اللي احنا قلناها اول حاجة ال HCF او ال highest common factor. في common factor بين ال 15k squared m و 20m bar 4 بين ال 15 وال 25. ال m بار 1 وال m بار 4 يبقى m بار 1 common factor. يبقى الفاكتورز او ال HCF بين ال 15 وال 25 وبين ال m بار 1 وال m بار 4 m هيبقى نعمل divide هيبقى 3k squared minus 4 m بار 3. لما يقول لي فاكتورايز كومبليتلي اتاكد ان البراكت ده ما اقدرش اعمل له فاكتورايز هو كمان، والبراكت ده we cannot factorize more. خلاص that's it. طب تاني واحده is there a common factor between the four terms؟ مفيش common factor بين ال four terms. طب how many terms are there؟ عندي 4 terms يبقى ما قداميش غير grouping يعني هناخدهم 2 لو خدنا الاتنين دول والاتنين دول. الأول الفيرست 2 الكومن فاكتور between them x y and 5y يبقى y and we have x plus 5. الثيرد والفورث 2x وال 10 الكومن فاكتور بين ال 2 وال 10 2 يبقى we have x plus 5. This bracket common so we can take the x plus 5 as a common factor. Now we have y plus 2. طيب في number 3 في common factor؟ ما فيش common factor. How many terms؟ 3 term يبقى ده trinomial 2 bracket. You can use calculator أو without calculator you can also factorize the x square x times x. 132 two numbers if you multiply you get 132 if you subtract you get 1 12 and 11. النيجاتيف the greater number like the middle so negative and positive. That's it. Number 2 Jan invests $100 at a rate 3% per simple interest. Calculate the value of the investment at the end of 4 years. يبقى البرنسبل 800 الار ب 3 التايم 4 years. الرول بتاعت السمبل انترست I الانترست equal B البرنسبل times الار الريت times التايم over 100. Now you can find the answer 800 times 3 times 4 over 100 then you can find the answer. Number 3 Newton has a population of 23,000. The population decreases exponentially at a rate 1.4% per year. Calculate the population of Newton after 5 years. لو increase or decrease exponentially يبقى زي compound interest. يبقى use compound interest to solve. يعني in this case to find the new population 23,000 multiply 1 minus 1.4 over 100 power 5 and you can get the new. يبقى if you have an object increase or decrease exponentially to find the new value use compound interest. Don't forget that. Number 4 لو عندي two simultaneous equation we need to solve. اعمل eliminate للx او eliminate للy just look for the coefficient of x and the coefficient of y. أنا عندي هنا 2x 3x 2x و 3x. Can we make 2 and 3 as the same number? By multiply this equation by 3 you get 6x. By multiply this one by 2 you get 6x. Now if we subtract we can eliminate the x. This is the idea how to solve two simultaneous equations. Just eliminate one of the variable x or y. Let me multiply this by 3 and this by 2. We get for the first one 6x plus 1.5 y equal 20 equal 39. For the second one times 3 we get 6x times 2 we get 4y equal 17 times 2 which is 34. Now if you have 6x and 6x same sign, it's better to subtract. We can subtract this minus that one. 6 minus 6 will be 0. 4 minus 1.5 equal 2.5y. 34 minus 39 equal negative 5. Divide by 2.5. You get y equal negative 2. By substitution we can find the x. 3x 2 times negative 2 which is negative 4 equal 17. Now 3x equal 21. Now x equal 7. So we have x and y. Solving a quadratic equation. You can solve a quadratic equation by factorization or by the formula. لو قال لك if he need answer correct to 2 decimal places يبقى by formula. يبقى this mean he need the answer by formula. Now use the formula x equal negative b plus or minus square root b squared minus 4ac over 2a. A coefficient of x square which is 2, B coefficient of x which is 7, C absolute term which is negative 3. Now substitute and you can find the answer directly from the calculator without substitution, but it's better to write the working. B squared over 9 minus 4 times 2 times negative 3. You must write the working to take the full mark for this question. Now you have x equal and x equal, you have two values. You can find the two values directly from the calculator, but you must write the working. Number 6. Safia has barrel containing 6,000 milliliter of oil. Correct to the nearest 100 milliliter. يبقى لما تلاقي correct to the nearest 100 يبقى فيه upper وفيه lower لل 6,000. She uses the oil to fill bottles which hold exactly 50 milliliters. Calculate the upper bound of number of bottles. If I need the number of bottles, a total volume over the volume of each one to find the number of bottles. But I need the upper bound for the number of bottles. I need the maximum number of bottles. If you have a fraction and you need the maximum number, the numerator must be upper and denominator must be lower. But the denominator exact value, so no upper, no lower. So find the upper for the volume, total volume. 100 اللي بعد to the nearest 100 divide by 2 you get 50. Now if I need the upper add 50 with 6,000. Now you have 6,050. Then divide by 50. You get number or upper bound for the number of bottles can fill. Number 7. Describe fully the single transformation that maps A to B. A to B. ايه اللي يخلي ال A تروح لل B؟ Rotated anticlockwise by angle 90. So rotation 90. يبقى ده rotation 90 anti-clockwise. About, I must find the center of rotation. Check if the origin is the center or not. Is this the center? Is this the origin? Now we have 2 points. This point, its image here. Let me check. How to reach this point from the center? 2 to the left and 1 up. But if we rotate 90 clockwise, 2 to the left will be 2 down and 1 to the left. Yes, this does work. So it's center of rotation origin. Central origin. Now from A to C. From A to C. Which type of transformation? The shape is enlarged. مادام الشكل كبر يبقى enlargement. كبر أو صغر يبقى enlargement. طب لو اتقلب كمان يبقى ايه؟ enlarged and flipped. يبقى enlargement with scale factor negative. طب how to find the scale factor? Look for this side, for example. This side is 3. 1, 2, 3. Its image 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 divided by 3 equal 2. So the scale factor negative 2 because flipped. So this is enlargement by scale factor negative 2. Scale factor negative 2. We must find a center of enlargement. A center of enlargement, choose this point and join with its image. And this point, join with its image. With the ruler, they intersect at this point 0, 3. So center of enlargement 0, 3. Number 8, the function عندي fx 7 minus x, gx 4x plus 2, hx 15 minus x square. I need f2. Find f2 first by substitute by 2 in the function fx. So f2 equals 7 minus 2, which is 5. Now take 5 and plug it again in fx. So 7 minus 5 equal 2. So the answer equal to. How to find gfx? Take the f and put inside the g. Put the f inside the g. Yeah, replace x in g by f. So now you have 4 times 7 minus x plus 2. Replace x by fx. 4 times 7 28 minus 4x plus 2, which is 30 minus 4x. This is the final. If I need h2x, we have hx 15 minus x square. So replace x by 2x. Now you have 15 minus 2x all squared. So 15 minus, yes, 4x squared. Number 9. If you have simple sequence, increase or decrease by the same amount, same number. How to find the next term and how to find the nth term? Look for this one. 8, then 11, then 14, 17, 20. What is the rule? Yes, add 3 each time. So to find the next term, add 3. So this 23. How to find expression for the nth term? Each time add 3. So the nth term 3n. To find 3n plus what or minus what? Find, go back. From 8, go back. Each time add 3. If we go back, we must subtract 3. So 8 minus 3, you get 5. Now 3n plus 5. Now number 10. Samira and Sonia have a bag containing 20 sweets. 5 red, 6 green, and 9 yellow. Samira chooses 1. Write that down, the probability that she chooses a yellow sweet. Number of yellow 9 and the total 20. So probability of get yellow 9 over total 9 over 20. Sonia chose 2 sweets at random without replacement. Choose 2 without replacement. From here back. Shows that the probability that choose 2 green is 3 over 38. To choose the first one green, the number of green, which is 6 over total. Now she took 1 green, so number of green will be 5 and the total will be 19, so 5 over 19 for the second green. Then if you simplify, you get 3 over 38. Double I. Calculate the probability that the sweet she chooses are not both the same color, and are not red or green or yellow. Then we can find probability of getting both at the same color, then 1 minus the answer to get not both the same color. Because not, to find not, we can find the opposite, then 1 minus the answer. Probability of getting same color, probability of same color equal red, which is 5 over 20, multiply 4 over 19, plus green 6 over 20 times 5 over 19, plus yellow 9 over 20 times 8 over 19. After you find the answer, now to find the probability of not the same. After you get the probability for getting same color, now you can find the probability of not same by subtracting from 1 minus the probability of same, you get the answer. Number 11, the bearing A from B is 227. A from B, start from the north, move clockwise, this angle 227. I need bearing B from A. B from A. From A, draw the north. I need start from the north, move clockwise. I need this bearing. So I need this one. You have 2 ways to solve. This is called bearing and back bearing. The difference between them 180. So if you need to find this directly, just 227 minus 180 equal 47. Another way to solve, how to find this one, this angle. This angle, you can find this angle by subtracting 227 from 360. Now you get 133. Now you can find required bearing by subtracting 133 from 180. You get 47. 12. Use straight edge and compass only. Construct the locus of the point inside the triangle that are equidistant from BA and BC. Equidistance from 2 sides, draw the bisector. Equidistance from 2 sides, draw the bisector for the common angle, which is B in this case. So draw bisector for angle B with center B, make an arc, and from this point and that one, make 2 equal arcs. Then join with B to draw the bisector. This is the bisector, but this was compass. Should with compass. Remember that the bisector divided triangle into 2 regions. This region and that one. This region closer to BA. This region closer to BC. So the bisector divided the shape, or in the triangle in this case, into 2 regions. One of them closer to this side and the other closer to the other side. He need to shade the region inside the triangle Z 6.5 centimeter from C. So he means outside this circle. And nearer to BA, so this region. So the region which satisfies these conditions, the two conditions, outside the circle and closer to BA, this one, this region, which satisfy two conditions at the same time. To write as a single fraction, the first step, multiply denominator 3 times x plus 2, then cross multiply x minus 5 times x plus 2 plus 6 multiply 3. Second step, simplify numerator, x times x, which is x squared, negative 5x and positive 2x equal negative 3x, and we have negative 5 times 2, which is negative 10, plus 18, which is 8, over 3 times x plus 2, and we cannot factorize the numerator, so that's it. Number 14, t power x times t power 2 equal t power x plus 2. When we multiply, we add the power, equal t power 10. Base equal base, so power equal power, x plus 2 equal 10. This means x equal 8. Now simplify 4 over x power negative 2. To make the power positive, we can flip the fraction, x over 4 power 2. Now we distribute power, so x power 2 over 4 power 2, which is x power 2 over 16. Next, double I. When we divide, we subtract the power. A power 3 divide a power 6 equal a power negative 3. B power 7 divide b power 2 equal b power 5. We can put a power negative 3 down and to the positive power, so b power 5 over a power 3 in the simplest form. Number 15, you have sine x equal 0.43, and I need to find the angle, but the obtuse angle. If I need the angle, sine minus 1 for 0.43, approximately 25.5. To find obtuse angle, remember asterisk rule, and sine is positive in first quadrant and second quadrant. For the first quadrant, theta, which is can find from the calculator, which is 25. For the second quadrant, 180 minus theta, and for the third, 180 plus. For the fourth, 360 minus. So remember asterisk rule. Now sine is positive. Sine angle is positive in first, second. Theta in the first is acute angle, but if I need the obtuse, so find second. So 180 minus 25.5, which is 154.5. Number 16, x squared minus 12x plus a equal x plus b all squared. Find the a and b. If we expand, we get x squared minus 12x plus a. We expand this side, we get x squared plus 2bx, 2 times first and second, plus b squared. The two expressions are equivalent. We have x squared and x squared. So the coefficient of b must be equal coefficient of b. So 2b equal negative 12 divided by 2, you get b equal negative 6. Now, by comparing, b squared must be equal a. b squared equal a, but we find the b, negative 6, so negative 6 squared equal a, so a equal 36. Now a 36 and the b equal 6. Number 18, we have exponential function between number of years and the value of investment. This is called exponential function. This is the original amount for this function. So what he need in this question, use a graph to find the original amount. Let me check the original amount. This is the original amount, which is midway between 0 and 40, so between 0 and 40, so 20. The original amount of money, 20. Double I, the number of years it took for the original to double. We have a 20, the original. Double means becomes 40. How many years enough to becomes 40? To becomes 40, need 14 years. 14 years. The value of the investment after 54 years. From the graph we can find the answer. After 54 years, about 280. 54, 280. So 280. The account earned compound interest at R% per year. Use answer to part I, which is the original, and the double I, which is after 14 years, will be doubled, to find the R. How to find the R? We can say that 40 after 14 years, a total amount after 14 years equal 20, the original amount, 1 plus R over 100 power 14. Then you can find the R. How to find the R? 20 go to the other side by divide, then find the 14th root, then minus 1, then times 100 to find LR. Number 19, by shading the unwanted region, find and label the region R and satisfy the following 4 inequalities. The first inequality, x less than or equal 3. If x equals 3, vertical line intersect the x-axis at 3. This x equals 3. I need less than, so we don't need more. So shade the unwanted, so shade this part. So we don't need this part, because I need less than 3, not more. Next one, if x more than or equal to, so I need 2 and more, so no need for less than 2. So shade this part also. So we don't need this part, because this line is x equal to. Next one, y less than or equal to x plus 1. Which line? Y-intercept with y-intercept 1, this line. I need less than line. Less than, so means below. So I don't need above the line, so I don't need this part. The last line, y more than or equal 4 minus x. This is our line. I need more, so I need above, so no need for below. So shade this part. So this is our region. 20. The diagram shows the point C, -1, 2, D, 9, 7. Find the equation of the perpendicular to CD. Perpendicular to CD. Equation of perpendicular to CD and pass through the point 1, 3. I need perpendicular to this one, this line. You must find gradient for the perpendicular. How to find the gradient for the perpendicular? The equation for the perpendicular, y equal mx plus c. You must find m and c. طب how to find m and c? Firstly, let's start find the gradient first. There is a relation between the two lines if they are perpendicular or if they are parallel in gradient. If the two lines parallel, so same gradient, m1 equal m2. If the two lines perpendicular, so remember that m1 times m2 equal -1, or a negative reciprocal. If you have one and you need to find the other, negative reciprocal. Don't forget that. If we have two parallel lines, same gradient. If we have two perpendicular lines, negative reciprocal, or the product equal -1. Now, how to find the gradient for perpendicular to CD? You must find the gradient for CD first. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So 7 minus 2 over 9 minus -1, which is 5 over 10, which is half. Now gradient for the perpendicular to CD, a negative reciprocal for half, -2. So equation for the line for the perpendicular, y equal -2x plus c. But how to find the c? This line passes through the point 1, 3. So by substitution, put the x equal 1 and the y equal 3, you can find the c. So 3 equal -2 times 1, which is -2 plus c. Now c equal -2 go to the other side by positive, you c equal 5. So the equation for the line, y equal -2x plus L5. 21. How to make m subject, or how to change the subject. X equal 3m over 2 minus m. To get off a fraction, cross multiply. So x times 2 minus m equal 3m. So 2x minus xm or mx equals 3m. To put m as a subject, we have 2m. You must put m in one side and take m common. So you have 2x equal xm plus 3m. Now you can take m common. So we have x plus 3. Now if you need to put m as a subject, go to the other side by division. I divide by x plus 3, divide by x plus 3, you get 2x over x plus 3. In this shape, the diagram shows an equilateral triangle ABC with side length 10, and M is midpoint of AC. I need to find the area of the shaded region. The area of the shaded region equal triangle minus sector. Area of triangle, because this equilateral triangle, area of triangle, half time side, which is 10, times side, which is 10, sine the included angle, which is 60. Because if this equilateral, this angle 60, 60, 60. And all sides are equal, which is 10. Now we can find the area of triangle. The area for the sector, AMN, we have an angle. So 60 over 360, theta over 360, times by r squared times by, but the radius, what about the radius? The radius equal 5 because the midpoint, and this side is 10, so that one is 5 because the midpoint. So 60 over 360 times by 5 squared. To find the shaded, subtract. Shaded equal triangle minus a sector. In this cuboid, he needs the angle between the line AB and the horizontal base of cuboid. This is the horizontal base of cuboid. I need to find the angle between this horizontal base and the line AB. this is line AB. We must, if we need to find angle between side and base, we must draw line on this base which is diagonal for this base, this one, and we need to find this angle. How to find this angle? This triangle is right and this side is 8. This side is 8. Can we find the diagonal? A diagonal, because the base rectangle, we can find a diagonal which is 16.2 square plus 5.5 square with Pythagoras. Then we can find the diagonal. Now we have right angle triangle and we need to find this angle. We have a diagonal and we have this side 8. To find this angle we have the opposite with adjacent. So to find the angle, 10 minus 1, 8 over a diagonal. Number 24, if you have cumulative frequency diagram, how to find the median, how to find the interquartile, how to find the percentile, or the other question. Firstly, how to find the median. In total, we have a total 80. To find the median, find the order of the median, multiply half by 80, you get 40. Start from 40 and draw horizontal line. Then from this line, go down to find. So median, start from 40, go till you reach the curve, then go down, then find. This is median. The median between 20 and 30, approximately 25. So median 25. Now how to find the interquartile? You must find the upper quartile and the lower quartile. To find the upper quartile, you must multiply 3 over 4 times 80. This is the order of the upper quartile, which is 60. The order for the lower quartile, 1 over 4 times 80 equal 20. So draw like a median, draw a line, then drop from an intersection between line and the curve. For the upper quartile, start from 60, then go across, then drop line. You will find about 29. For lower quartile, start from 20, then go across, then go down, approximately 16. So 29 minus 16 to find the interquartile. 29 minus 16, which is 13. From this curve, how to find the number of students who spend more than 40? More than 40. If you need more than 40, start from 40, then go up till you reach the curve, then find the corresponding value from the y-axis, then a total minus the answer. But if he need less than, we get the answer directly. We need 40, more than 40. So start from 40. If you need more than 40, start from 40, then go up till you reach the curve, then go approximately 7.4. Then if I need less than, I take the answer directly 74. But I need more than 40. So 80 minus 74, which is 6. Which is 6. 80 minus 74, which is 6. 25. The fx equal x power 3 and the gx equal 5x plus 2. We need to find gfx. Gfx, put the f inside the g. So now you have 5 times x power 3 plus 2. So 5x power 3 plus 2. This gfx. So gf, put the f inside a g. Or replace the x by f. Replace the x by f. To find g negative 1, gx, put gx equal y. Now y equal 5x plus 2. So put gx equal y. Now make the x subject. So y minus 2 equal 5x. Divide by 5. Now you get x equal y minus 2 over 5. Now the inverse x minus 2 over 5. Switch x and y. So put y gx equal y. Make the x subject, then switch. hx equal ax squared plus 1. He told you that h equal negative 2 equal 21. Now put x equal negative 2 and put hx equal 21. So 21 equal a times negative 2 squared plus 1. Put x equal negative 2 and put h equal 21. Now you can find a. So 21 equal 4a plus 1. So 4a equal 20. So a equal 5. 26. O is the origin. OB equal B. OQ equal Q. Ratio between QT and TB equal 2 to 1. So wait. Ratio between QT and TB 2 to 1. So write 2 and this 1. The sum of 2 and 1 is 3. So this QT 2/3 and TB 1/3. 1/3 from QB and 2/3 from QB. Find position vector of T. I need to find OT. Position vector means start from the origin. Position vector start from the O. So position vector of T, I need OT. How to find OT? From the O to T, we can find from this triangle or that one. This triangle, OT equal OQ plus QT. From this one, OB plus BT. Let we find from this triangle. So OT equal OQ plus QT. OQ equal Q. QT 2/3 QB. But QB, if you need to find QB, this QB, B minus Q. How do you know? QB equal QO, which is negative Q, plus B. So B minus Q. So directly QB equal B minus Q. Now we can simplify more. Q plus 2/3 times B minus Q equal Q plus 2/3 B minus 2/3 Q. 1Q minus 2/3 equal 1/3 Q plus 2/3 B. That's it. 27. Direct proportion. If I told you that y varies directly with the x, so you must deduce that y equal kx. Don't forget that. But inversely, just directly. Inversely, y equal k over x. Now y is directly proportional to x minus 1 squared. X minus 1 all squared. So we can deduce that y equal k x minus 1 squared. How to find the k? When x equals 3, y equal 24. Put y equal 24 and put x equal 3. Now we have 3 minus 1, which is 2. 2 power 2, which is 4. So 4k 24. Now k equal 6 by divide by 4, divide by 4, k equals 6. So how to find the y when x equals 6? Y equal 6 times x equals 6, so 6 minus 1 squared. So y equal 6 times 25 equal 150. 28, a number of a universal 20, so this 20, NB10, all B10, all B10, so we cannot write 10 here or 10 there. Number of Q13, so all Q13. Number of B union Q not is 5, so 5 outside, because not union means outside the union. Outside the union of B and Q, this region. Now this 20, this 5. Work out number of B intersect Q. I need this number of elements inside this region. Write this number, consider this number x. All B10, so this part 10 minus x, and that one 13 minus x. But the total for all, for these four numbers, equal 20. Now we can deduce x, because 10 plus 13, 23, plus 5, 28, 28. Negative x can be cancelled with that one, and we have negative, so 28 minus x equal 20, so x equal 8. So the intersection number of B union Q equal 8. Given, as you see, I need to find W, X, Y. Did we find W first? A, B, C, E, cyclic quad. This cyclic quad. In cyclic quad, each two opposite angles supplementary sum 180, add 180. So W plus 85 must be 180. Then we can find the W. W equal 180 minus 85, which is 95. Right, 95. And X, this angle E and the angle ADC subtend this arc, subtend the same arc, this one. So this angle equals that one, because subtend the same arc, this arc. So X equal 85. Now X equal 85. So this angle is 85. Now you can find the Y, because you have two angles in this triangle, and you can find the third one, 180 minus 85 and 47. So to find Y, 180 minus 47 plus 85. Then you can find the Y. 48. 30. How to find angle X? You have three sides. If you have three sides, you can find any angle by cosine rule. Remember that. You can use cosine rule if you have three sides or two sides and included angle. So you use this cosine rule if you have three sides or two sides and included angle. In this case, we have three sides. Now we can find angle X. How to find angle X? Angle X equal cosine minus 1 fraction 5 square plus 11 square minus 13 square. 5 square plus 11 square minus 13 square over 2 times adjacent 5 times 11. Then find the answer. Don't forget, you can use the cosine rule if you have three sides or if you have two sides and the included angle. 31. Use the sine rule to find the angle ABC. Angle ABC. How to find this angle with the sine rule? Remember, we can use sine rule if we have two angles and side, or two sides and the angle. We use a sine rule if we have two angles and side, or two side and angle. In this case, we have two side and angle. We can use the sine rule. 5.9 over sine B equals 17.8 over sine 84.6. Now cross multiply to find sine B, then shift sine to find the B itself. Sine B equal 5.9 times sine 84.6 over 17.8. After you find sine, shift the sine to find the angle itself. 32 BQ equal 8. This 8 centimeter. BC equal 10. And BQ parallel to BC. AB equal 9. This 9. I need to find BB. I need to find this one. Two triangles ABQ and ABC are similar because the angles equal. This angle equals that one, this angle equals that one, corresponding, and we have common angle. So if two triangles similar, its sides proportional. We can say that BQ over BC equal AB over AB. So 8 over 10 equal AB over 9. Cross multiply to find the AB. The AB 9 times 8, 72, divide 10, 7.2. But we don't need the AB, we need the BB. To find the BB, 9 minus 7.2, which is 1.8. You cannot find the BB directly, so you can find the AB, then subtract from 9 to get the BB. 33. You have speed time graph. Remember, if you have speed time graph, area equal distance, area under curve equal distance, and gradient equal acceleration or deceleration. So if you have speed time graph, area equal distance and the gradient equal acceleration or deceleration, gradient for any line. Now we need to change 90 kilometers per hour to meter per second. We have the speed in kilometers per hour and we need to change meter per second. Remember that from kilometer per hour to meter per second, multiply by 5 over 18. Multiply by 5 over 18. So 90 times 5 over 18, you get 25 meter per second. So 25 meter per second. 5 over 18 comes from 1000 over 3600, because from kilometer to meter times 1000, from hour to second times 3600. B. How to find deceleration of the car in meter per second square? To find deceleration, deceleration equal gradient. How to find the gradient? You have two ways. 2 points, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, or rise over run. This rise over run. This is here. Rise, I need deceleration in meter per second square. So rise not 90 now, 25. So 25 over run from 40 to 60, 20. So rise 25, rise 25, run 20. 25 over 20, then you get the answer, which is 1.25. See how to find distance traveled in meters in the 60-second. Distance equal area. Find the area for this trapezoid, or find the area for this rectangle plus this triangle. If we consider this trapezoid, this base 1, which is 60, base 2, which is 40, and the height 25, so 40 plus 60 over 2 times height, which is 25, then you find the distance. 34, we have two glasses which are similar. Height for the first one 13. I need to find the height for the second one. Capacity for the larger one 0.5. liter. The capacity for the smaller one 0.25 liter. I need to find the height of the smaller glass. They are similar. We know that if they are similar, V1 over V2 equal side 1 power 3 over side 2 power 3. So 0.5 over 0.25 equal 13 power 3 over h power 3. Cross multiply to find the h power 3, then cubic root to find LH. 5, we have histogram, and we need to find a number of people of the frequency. A number of people equal frequency. And remember that in histogram, frequency equal area. Frequency equal area. Frequency or a number equal area. So from 5 to 15, from 5 to 15, to find the frequency, you must find the area for this one. How to find the area? Base times height, this rectangle. From 5 to 15, we have 10. Now find the height. The height in the middle between 1 and 2, so 1.5. So 10 times 1.5. 10 times 1.5. You get 15. So the frequency equal area. From 30 to 50, to find the number, we must find the area for this one. How to find the area? Base times height. From 30 to 50, you have 20. And the height approximately, if this one, 1.2. We have it made 20 small squares between 0 and 20. So each 2 represents 0.1. So now the height approximately exactly 1.1. So 20 times 1.1. We get it 22. 36. I need to describe the single transformation from T to U. This enlargement to find the scale factor. This side 1 becomes 2, so the scale factor 2. So enlargement by scale factor 2. Find the center of enlargement. The center of enlargement, we join this point by its image and this point by its image and extend the line they meet at this point, which is 7, 0. It draws the image of triangle T after rotation 90 clockwise about 7, 3. Where is 7, 3? This point 7, 3. 7, 3. I need to find image by rotation 90 clockwise, 90 clockwise. So for this point, how to reach this the center? You can use tracing paper, you can use matrix, or you can use this easy one. From the center, 1 to the left. If you rotate 90 clockwise, 1 to the left will be 1 up. So this is the new image. This is the image. Now, how to reach this point? 1 down, left, down, left. If you rotate, it will be, imagine you rotate this one. This one, if you rotate this one, you get this shape. So 1 to the left and 1 up. So this is the new image. Now for this point. For this point, for this point, 1 down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1 and 5. So from this one, 1 and 5. So this is our point. Now draw. This is our triangle. 37. How to find the total surface area? You have this side 7 and this one, and the area, the volume of cuboid 21. The volume of a cuboid, if this height, volume equal length times width times height. So 21 equal 7 times 1 times the height. Now we can deduce that the height equals 3. So the height equals 3. How to find the total surface area? Surface area equal 2 length width plus 2 width height plus 2 length height. So 2 times 7 times 1 plus 2 times 7 times 3 plus 2 times 1 times 3. Then find the answer. Don't forget this rule for total surface area if it's closed, and the volume length times width times height. 38. AB is a chord with length 12 and the M midpoint. If the M midpoint, if you draw from the center, any segment bisects the chord, so it's perpendicular to the chord. If the M midpoint, this means this 6 centimeter and this 6 centimeter. OM equal 4.5, so this side equal 4.5. Now I need to find the radius. Join OA. We have right angle triangle. We have this side 4.5 and this side 6. We can find the radius by Pythagoras. 6 square plus 4.5 square. We have number 41, box A and box B, each contains blue and green. Box A and box B, blue, green, blue, green. Raphael picks a pen at random from box A. And Raphael from this box, Paulo from this one. And Paulo picks a pen at random from box B. The probability that Raphael picks a blue is 2/3. Probability of blue for Raphael 2/3. Probability of both blue, probability of both blue equal 8/15. Probability of both means the probability of blue for the first and blue for the second. So 2/3 times what equal 8/15? 2 times what equal 8? 2 times 4. 3 times what equal 15? 3 times 5. So 4/5. So the probability for Paulo to pick a blue pen 4/5. Find the probability that both Rafael and Paulo picks a green. Probability of green for both. Probability of green times for the first one, probability for green for the second. Green for the second one, probability of blue to third for Rafael, so 1/3 for green. And this 4/5 for blue, so 1/5 for green, so 1/15. 42. Write the recurring decimal 0.63 as a fraction. The first step to solve, write x as 0.63 for recurring. If 2 digits repeated, multiply 100, so 100x equal 63.63. If we subtract 100 minus x equal 99x. Now if we subtract, take the same number of groups. When you subtract, these groups will cancel. Now 63 minus 0 equals 63. Now x divide by 99, you get x equals 63 over 99 divided by 9 equals 7/11. 43. Draw the image of the shape R after transformation represented by this matrix. How to find the images? Multiply this matrix by point to get the images. 0, 1, -1, 0. Multiply points. This point, 2, 1. This point, 1, -1. This point, 4, -1. And the last, which is 4, 1. If we multiply, we get the images. How to multiply? First row times first column. 0 times 2 equals 0. -1 times 1 be -1. 0 times 0. 0 times 1 equals 0. Negative times negative equal 1. 0 times 4 equals 0. -1 times -1 equal 1. 0. The first row times the last column. 0 times 4 equals 0. -1 times equal -1. Then second row, 1 times 2 and 0 times the other, so 1, so this repeated 2, 1, 4, 4. -1, 2, so -1, 2, 1 and 1, 1 and 4, -1 and 4. This is our shape. A car travels 108 kilometers per hour for 20 seconds. Calculate the distance in meters. To find the distance in meter, you must convert the speed from kilometers per hour to meter per second. From kilometers per hour to meter per second, you must multiply by 5/18. So 108 times 5/18, you get the speed in meter per second. Now multiply by 20. Distance equal velocity into time. Multiply this speed by 20 to get the distance. 45. There are 4 inequalities that define the region R. This region defined by 4 inequalities. I need to find, we have one of these inequalities, which is y less than or equal x plus 1. I need to find the 3 inequalities. Find the other 3 inequalities. Which one of them y equal x plus 1? Must be line with y-intercept 1, which is this line. So now we have this inequality. So we need to find the other inequalities. Let we start with the horizontal one. This one. If we have a horizontal line, so y equal constant. For this line, y equal 1.5, because this 1.5. I need above the line, so y more than or equal 1.5. For this line, y-intercept 3, we need to find gradient rise over run 3 over 6, which is half. But if a line go down, the gradient must be negative. So this line, its equation y equal negative half, not half because the line go down, negative half x, and the y-intercept 3, so negative half x plus 3. Now I need inequality, I need below the line, so y, and this line dashed line, so y less than negative half x plus 3. The last line, this one, its equation, if a line passing through the origin, this means c is 0, so y equal mx. How to find the gradient? Rise over run or 2 points. If we take a rise over run, this 3 and this 4, so 3 over 4. Now y, for this line, y equal 3 over 4x. I need above the line, LR above the line, so y more than or equal 3 over 4x. How to solve this inequality? 2n minus 1 more than 5, more than negative 5 and less than or equal 5. And I need the integers which satisfy the condition. Take care for the integers. After you solve, you must find the integers which satisfy the inequality. So add 1 for all. Now you have 2n less than or equal 6 and more than or equal negative 4. Divide by 2 for both, for all. Now n less than or equal 3 and more than negative 2. What is the integers included between more than negative 2 and less than 3? Negative 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. This is the solution. 47, you have a table, frequency table. You need to find the mode. The mode, most repeated. Look for the frequency. This repeated 5 times, 5 times, 6 times, 6 times, 7 times, 3, 6, 2. So 7 times the 7, this is the most frequency. So 4 most repeated. So mode 4. So find the greatest frequency, then find which number repeated most. How to find the mean? The mean 0 times 5 plus 1 times 5, sum divided number 2 times 6 plus 3 times 6 and so on, plus, then divide by total number which is 40. Omar wants to show this information from the table in a pie chart. This pie chart divided into sectors. Each sector have a central angle. Calculate the sector angle for the people who visited cinema 5 times. How many people visited cinema 5 times? Let me check. Visiting cinema 5 times. We have a 3 who visited cinema 5 times. We have a 3 who visited cinema, number of cinema visit 5 times. We have 3 out of 40. So to find its sector angle of sector, so 3 out of 40 times 360. We have a regular polygon. Its interior 29x and its exterior x. We need to find a number of sides for this polygon. We know that an interior plus an exterior for any polygon equal 180. So 29x plus x equal 180. This means 30x equal 180. Divide by 30, so x equals 6. Now x which is exterior equal 6. Now a number of sides, the sum of the exterior for any polygon is 360. So if I need a number of sides, divide 360 by 6 to get 60 sides. Remember the rules of polygons. Interior plus exterior equal 180, and the sum of exterior is 360, and the sum of the interior n minus 2 times 180, 49. In the diagram OABC parallelogram, OB and the CA intersect at X, CB to BB, 2 to 1, OA equal A, OC equal C. Before we solve, from parallelogram, if this is C, this is also C. If this A, this is A. And this, the ratio between this one and that one, 2 to 1. So we can write, before we solve, this C and this is A, a ratio between them 2 to 1. So this, the sum is 3, so 2/3 and 1/3. 2/3 A and 1/3 A. This vector and that one. What we need, find the OB. OB equal OC plus CB, which is C plus 2/3 A. That's it. CX to XA to 3. 2 to 3. So this is 2 and this is 3. It's sum 5. So 2 over 5 and 3 over 5. Find LOX. LOX equal OC plus CX. LOC, which is C. CX 2 over 5 CA. CA. But CA equal A minus C. CA equal CO, which is negative C plus A, so A minus C. So remember, CA equal A minus C. Now we can more simplify. C plus 2 over 5 A minus 2 over 5 C by substitute. So this one. Now 1 minus 2 over 5, so 3 over 5 A, sorry, 3 over 5 C plus 2 over 5 A. Three over 5 C plus 2 over 5 A. Now he need the ratio between the OX and XB. We can find the ratio between the OX and the OB, then we can deduce the ratio between the OX and the XB. OX, we have OX and we have OB. OX, look, 3 over 5 C, and OB 1 C. So the ratio between OX and OB 3 over 5 over 1, which is 3 to 5. So ratio between OX to OB by comparing equals 3 to 5. So this part 3 and this part, the whole part 5. If we subtract this 3 and this 5, we deduce that this 2. So a ratio between OX and to XB, 3 to 2. 15, change the recurring decimal 0.18 to a fraction. 0.18 to a fraction. 8 repeated in this case. So x equal 0.188888. This means because 8 repeated. Digit 1 repeated, so multiply by 10. So 10x equal, if you multiply by 10, you get 1.888888. If we subtract, take care for subtraction. 10x minus x equal 9x. Now, decimal takes this part. This can be cancelled. 1.8 minus 0.1 equal 1.7. Divide by 9, you get x in the simplest form, which is 17 over 90. In this circle, we need to find WXY. Look for this angle firstly. Look for this angle O and the angle D. Both of them subtend the same arc, which is arc CBA, but this central and this circumference angle. So W half 108. So W 54. Because this angle half that one, because subtend same arc. So now W 54. W plus Lx equal 180 because this cyclic quad. So W plus Lx equal 180. So now we can find X, 180 minus 54, which is 126. This 126. Now this 126 and this 54. How to find W? Angle W equals 60 because this angle 60 and this angle equals that one. This angle equals that one. Exterior for any cyclic quad equal opposite interior. Or we can say that if this 60, this 120, now they are opposite in cyclic quad, so this angle is 60. 52. We have inverse proportion. Remember, if we have inverse proportion, y equal k over x. Now in this case, if we have a d inversely proportional to w plus l1 square, now we can say that d equal k over w plus 1 squared, because inversely. How to find the k? D equals 3.2 equal k over 4 plus L1 squared. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 squared will be 25. So now the k equal 3.2 times 25. After you find the k, now k equal 80. So d equal 80 over 7 plus L1 squared. Then you can find the d. 53. D and T are both measured correct to significant figure. I need the upper bound S. If I need S upper, so take D upper and D lower. To find D upper, D 7.6 to two significant figure, this means to 0.1. So for a D 7.6, this means approximated to 0.1, 0.1 divided by 2 equal 0.05. If I need distance upper, so just add, so will be 7.65. But for a time 0.23, so this approximated to 0 to nearest hundreds, or 0.01. Divide by 2, you get 0.005. If we need lower, we need to subtract, so will be 0.225. Then find the answer. So for the first one, D 7.6, this means approximated to nearest tens, and the second one approximated to nearest hundreds. So to find the upper and lower for each one of them, divide by 2, then subtract or add as we want.